Hey guys, Probable1701 here, and today we're going to be continuing our talk about Star Trek The Next Generation, and we are on Season 4 at this point, and I am going to talk about the top 5 episodes, plus a couple honorable mentions, I think you should watch if you are going through Star Trek The Next Generation for the first time, or you've only seen a handful of episodes here and there, and you're really just kind of starting to get into the particular series. These are the episodes I think you should watch. Starting off with the Best of Both Worlds Part 2. I mentioned this, of course, is the season opener. It picks up from the season finale, which was Part 1 from last season. I mentioned that in my Season 3 video. If you haven't seen that, you should check that out, where I talk about how good the Best of Both Worlds Parts 1 and 2 are. Oftentimes heralded as the best Star Trek The Next Generation episodes ever made, sometimes even the best Star Trek episodes ever made. They are really, really good. You find out just how dangerous the Borg are and the true horror of what they can do. And Patrick Stewart just gives such a good performance here. Really, everybody does. Patrick Stewart really gives a good performance here, and it's definitely must-watch Star Trek. Episode, or the next one on my list is the next episode, Family. This is basically about Picard recovering from the events of the Best of the Both Worlds two-parter. And he takes some time off, and it shows him going back to Earth, to his home planet, to visit with his brother and his brother's family. It's really, really good. It's a very emotional episode, seeing Picard have to deal with this kind of fallout, especially for the time this episode aired. We didn't usually see characters in TV shows having to deal with the aftermath of events like that. You know, usually in episodic TV back then, the status quo was kind of reset at the beginning of each episode for the most part. And this one, you're really having to see him just emotionally deal with all the stuff he went through. And it's a very strong episode. It's another great performance by Patrick Stewart. And this episode is even more sad when you realize that all of Picard's family is killed later in the events chronicled in Star Trek Generations, when you find out everybody, the rest of his family, his brother and his nephew, all died in a fire. So that makes this episode even more powerful. Really, really good one. Very touching. Number 3 is Clues. This is where all of the crew basically wakes up from everybody on the ship gets knocked out, and when they wake up, they start noticing little inconsistencies, little things that just slowly add up over time. But Data insists that everything is fine. It's a really fun one. It's a nice little mystery. I love a good mystery, so I definitely recommend checking out Clues. It's really good. Next on the list is the Drumhead. This is one of the best episodes of Star Trek ever made in any franchise. In any series, I should say, not franchise. Any Star Trek series. I love the Drumhead. It is a very powerful episode with a very powerful message. Very powerful message that is very relevant, especially in today's society. Especially where even the accusation of something these days can pretty much ruin careers, ruin lives, without even having any proof. Just accusations these days. We really do live in a guilty until proven innocent society these days. And this episode really goes into that. It really talks about the dangers of witch hunts. It's a very powerful episode. This is one of those episodes, I've told before, I love Star Trek episodes that teach lessons. This one is very relevant. This is one of those episodes I think everyone should have to watch at least once. Not just Star Trek fans. Everyone should be required to watch this episode. It teaches very important lessons. And Picard has a speech at the end that's one of the best speeches he gives ever. It is a wonderful speech. I need to memorize it one of these days, because I just absolutely love that speech. It's a very accurate speech, very applicable to today, and I highly recommend it. It would make easily one of my top. If I made a top 10 Star Trek: The Next Generation episodes to watch, it's on it. I love this episode. It's my favorite episode of the season, easily. So the Drumhead, watch it. Number 5 is First Contact. This is one about Riker. He's basically undercover on a planet. This is a planet that's never been in contact with aliens, and the Federation's kind of getting ready to make overtures for First Contact. And then a thing happens, Riker gets hurt, so he has to try to make sure his cover's not blown. It's a really fun episode. I haven't watched it in a while. I actually plan on rewatching it soon. I really enjoy it, though. it's just neat to see first contact from the point of another race. To them, we're the aliens. So it's really, really neat. Give it a watch. Couple of honorable mentions. Cupid, which is an episode with Q, of course. This is the one that kind of places them in the Robin Hood world. It's the Robin Hood episode, if you will, if you've ever seen pictures from it. And I believe the girl in it, I can't remember if it's the same one from the Ryza episode or not. From Captain's Holiday, I can't remember if it's the same one or a different one. But it's basically a romantic interest from Picard's in it too. I can't remember if it's the same one from Captain's Holiday or not. It's a really good episode though. It's been a while since I watched it as well, but I remember really enjoying it. I like John Delancey, however you say his name. I really like him as an actor, and I really enjoy him as Q. And then the other one is The Wounded, which I actually just watched a couple days ago. I really like that one as well. Basically, it's about the Enterprise chasing a rogue Federation starship, and it also has the Cardassians in it. It has Mark actually playing a different Cardassian. Mark plays Gul Dukat in Deep Space Nine. He's playing a different Cardassian here, and of course he's great at it. And the guy who plays the captain of the Phoenix, I like him. I don't remember his name, but he's a good actor. I've seen him in a lot of different stuff, and I always enjoy when I see him. He's one of those when I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, him. I like him. So it's a really good episode as well, and I recommend it. Again, Season 4 is a strong season. We really are into the good seasons at this point. So I recommend checking out the episodes I've listed below. And, if you're watching this on a streaming service, look through the synopsis for the other episodes. You'll probably find one you like. There are other good ones in this season as well. So that is my list for top 5 stories I would recommend for Season 4. Couple other things to do. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, click that bell for notifications so you never miss out on when I drop a new video. I do a new video every day. Other things to do, I do have a Patreon I have started. You can get in on that for just $2 a month. My entry level is only $2 a month for my beginner tier. I also do a $5 tier, a $10 tier, a $15 tier, and a $20 tier. I have gotten a couple new patrons recently, Ham and the Fly Attractor. So that brings me up to a total of 3. I'm very excited about that, to see that growing and the channel itself growing. If you do join, you get access to other things depending on which tier level you join. I am doing a special in May right now through May of 2021 for the whole month that if you join at any level, even the $2, $5 more entry levels, you do get access to stuff temporarily that normally you wouldn't, like behind the scenes videos, outtakes and bloopers, polls to vote in. I've actually got a poll up from now through the 15th of May where you can vote in the next Doctor Who story I'll watch next. And it's between, the Android Invasion, the Crotons, Arc of Infinity, Sleep No More, the Idiot's Lantern, and one more that I'm forgetting right off the top of my head from the modern series. And they're all not like popular episodes, so it's kind of these are kind of bad. Which one do you want me to rewatch and review? So if you were curious to get in on that, at least check it out. There's a link to it down below. See if there's anything there that interests you. Most importantly, though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.